We is live and direct. Um, okay, so what we doing? What up, Roy? So we doing an online book signing with my boy King.
Okay, so what we doing? What up, Roy?
All right, so we doing the online book. Bam. Okay. So are you still with me, Kenyo?
I'm here.
Hey, what up, April? So all y'all tuning in due to unforeseen weather circumstances. We are postponing the physical book signing of Ideas of Illusion for September 16th between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. at Dead Tree Books. And right now I am joined with my bro Ham Kinyo.
Yes, sir. How's everyone doing? I'm just trying to share this as many places.
But just to give y'all like a little heads up, so this is the book Ideas of Illusion. We already have one sign in that we're gonna do, and that goes to my homegirl Angelica. And yeah, so I'm gonna get her book signed right now. And if you want a book, all you have to do is go to dabtroll.com.
I think you should also anyone who buys the book, you should also put their name into the freestyle.
Yes, I can share put their name in the freestyle. Also, I'm gonna share the link on this live video here, and whenever you do purchase, um, I will be signing it online here. So again, I am about to put that here. And bam. All right. So anybody interested, you can go ahead and order that in the comments there. So let me get this signed for Angelica. Let's see. All right. And again, this will be shipped out to you.
Oh, you're signing right now?
Yeah, for Angelica.
Awesome.
Support.
People for your Facebook people, let them know they can
Enjoy.
Watch it.
All right, Angelica. Bam. You got that sign. So that is one down. So yeah, basically the book is a psychological thriller that takes place in the year 2025 in San Antonio. The main character creates the only security software that that the government doesn't have access to. What up, Corey? Yeah, man, definitely, man. Just drop through on that link, order it, and I will sign it online here, and it'll be shipped out to you. And yeah, I am joined by my home skillet Kinyo, and right now we are just getting these posts out with what's going on here. Let's see. We're gonna be doing some Q&A. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see.
You guys can comment too on the YouTube page. I don't know where you're watching it, YouTube or Facebook, but if you're on the YouTubies, you can comment on it on that page. That's pretty cool.
Let's see. And we got 3 people joined in. Oh, heck yeah.
Today, Hurricane Harvey, keeping everybody inside, but it doesn't matter. Even better.
Yes, I hope they are nice and safe. And again, those just tuning in, this is the Ideas of Illusion online book signing. So far, we got 1 book signed here from my homegirl Angelica.
And so how does it work? They go buy it on your website, and then you sign it right now.
Yeah. So when they buy it on my website, I will sign it right now live. What up, Derek? Just tuned in. Yeah, so they go to the website ideas dabshow.com/store/ideas of illusion, and that will be the link. It has actually the synopsis on it as well. So if those wanting to know what the book is about, it's on that as well. And we have signed our first book, and I'm going to be refreshing as far as my inbox, and as those orders come in, I will sign them live and direct.
Oh man, so this is super live. You
This
guys
is
orders as they're coming in.
Yeah, as they're coming in. So I got, Gmail up. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty interesting. I hope all those that are in the Texas area and the coast area are safe. All those in San Antonio, that y'all are safe as well. And if you're not doing anything, tune in. We're doing a live book signing.
Yeah. What's that like for you when you get or you just wake up middle of the night, you get a new order in the inbox, you're like, oh, I'm selling books while I sleep.
Man, honestly, it's one of those feelings where I don't know, like a published author, it's one of those things that I don't know if they get the same feeling, because me, I find out every single sale as it happens in real time versus somebody who's published probably gets like a report, and at that report they get either a month or a couple of months out, and then they don't know those people on a personal basis. Like everyone that I've sold a book to, I've literally met in person, so it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I got my books online too, but I'm sure you're not getting the same kind of love you're getting with the orders.
No, man. Honestly, it's what I've learned is that with the fiction book, everyone loves a good story. I mean, we've told stories since the dawn of time. That's just, whether it's real or fake, you will get the stories of, Haru said, or Hercules, or just different stories of some soldier's legacy. And what I find is that people love all types of literature, so poetry or anything like that. I just think that this particular story just was able to resonate with a lot of people, because as they read it, they would hit me up and be like, yo, are you in my head? Or like, oh man, like this is the same stuff that I think about, so
Yeah.
that to me, was a big thing, because a lot of times we like to think that no one else thinks like us, no one else has the same thoughts and ideas, or no one is thinking something similar. So, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. What's like the most moving comment you've ever gotten from someone who read the book?
Oh man, the most moving comment that I got was somebody crying. Somebody crying after reading the book. My homegirl, she was, I think, on the way to a meeting, and she got to one specific part, and she was just like, "Yo, I didn't even know that was gonna happen," and she, cried. I got a good couple of people who said that they cried, when reading the book.
Oh wow.
Yep. Oh yeah. Shout out to Angelica. My boy Spy just hit me with a thumbs up.
Nice. I just went live on Instagram. I'm doing Instagram live too. So
Oh snap. We live everywhere.
exactly. Shout out. I'm wearing my SA Cypher shirt as you can see today.
Shout out to SA Cyphers.
Shout out to MT. He just dropped a new track today.
Yes. Shout out to MT, man. What up? He actually got a book too. So shout out to MT.
Yeah. 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 When you see like other artists and stuff dropping when like a local artist drops, what's your like strategy for supporting when you're like a contemporary artist in this scene or whatever drops a new track or something like that? You have a way, a system. You're like, oh, I have to go extra hard on this, or what do you
Man, it's not necessarily like a system. It's more so like at this point, we want to make sure that, everyone can get some type of support, so I'm seeing, people who have book signings or just events in general, and I think it's important to, get as many heads out there as possible. And it's one of those things that I want to personally, succeed and things like that, and I want my friends to succeed as well. So, there's been a lot of love, given to me, and I just want to be able to give that love right back there.
I understand that, man. Very cool. Shout out to JP the Great. He just joined on the Instagram Live. So,
what up, JP?
The Ideas of Illusion book signing. JP, Kevin says, "What's up?" Kevin Prince, Mr. Composition, the rapper, the author. So if you're doing both of these things, and I know you put online, you can either put some, you'll put Kevin Prince or you'll put Mr. Composition. Shout out to Craft Home Marketing. He just joined on Instagram too.
Oh, what up, Craft Home Marketing?
Is it weird for you to? If you guys have questions for Kevin Prince, let me know. That'll make it fun.
Yeah.
That'll be super interactive. Ask me some questions for Kevin. That'd be dope.
Yeah, but, if y'all got questions, definitely ask. Definitely ask.
Yeah. Oh, there's no sound coming out on this. So, hopefully that makes sound. But anyway, so does it confuse you at all to have Mr. Composition and to have Kevin Prince?
No, honestly, it doesn't confuse me because I just feel like, as the MC, Mr. Composition, I have built, my name based off of that. And, it's one of those things where when I write fiction or, I write a book in general, I feel like that I don't necessarily need an alias as far as that, I just feel like my name, I want to, since that was something new and no one has read my, actual physical books, because this is like my first one, starting brand new just to see and just to, see what that goes. There's many aspects of a person, and so that's like the whole meaning behind Dabtro Creations is that, I can make my name in different things, but I can have a hub for, all of it to still be on there. And again, anybody who's tuning in, we're doing the live book signing, my psychological thriller, Ideas of Illusions. I'm live with King Yo. And yeah, anyone who orders the book online at dabtro.com/store/ideas of illusion, we're going to be signing their book live and direct. We got 24 copies left. And yeah, get it going.
Yeah. What's your favorite social media?
What's that?
What's your favorite social media?
What up, Louis? What's up, Richard? My cousin just tuned in. Yeah, what was the question?
Your favorite social media? What are you using right now, mostly?
Oh, my favorite. Okay, so right now, favorite social media tool, it will probably be a toss-up between Facebook and Instagram. One thing that I'm starting to learn just with the internet is that, this is a content monster. And so, putting content out, is just the name of the game, and listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, he was talking about, this is where you break and differentiate between the people who are talented or not, because, if the name of the game is putting out content, then, this is where you shine and show that no matter what you put out, it's going to be, grade A, basically.
Yeah. That's super cool. I didn't know that you also checked out Gary Vaynerchuk, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Won't say too much. We want people to know where we're getting our tips from. But yeah, man, that's the thing. I love that too because it kind of frees you up. You're like, you know what? If it is just about putting out content, and if I believe in my art, then you know why not? I can do that. Try to get more and more out. Oh yeah, rocking the book. Ideas of Illusion. It's out. We should maybe even do more of these. Like, do this often.
Oh right, like
We can actually have a couple other people in here too. We could have like 3 people.
shout out to my cousin. Thank you very much, man. I'm trying to keep that family name, Prince. Indeed, indeed. But yes, yes, definitely, man. I feel like this is something that you could just do. Like it trips me out, like that you could speak to somebody like over where they're at in another city in another country, like
and have the video at the same time so that anyone else can watch it in the entire world. It's crazy.
right? Exactly.
All the things that have to happen for us to be where we are right now. That's awesome.
Right. And shout out to SA Ciphers and Project Forward TV. We's live right now.
Yep. Oh man, thank you guys for watching. This is the Well, this is the 3rd time I think I've interviewed you. Probably. I know you've been on the show at least one. No, you've been on the show twice. Okay, you performed, but the first time you performed, I don't think we didn't do any kind of interview. Just came out. That was at Rebar. You did a few songs back then. And the last time you came out, I didn't interview you. No, yes, I did. I interviewed you last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also the Kid Boots interviewed you.
That was dope. That was super dope.
Did you know him before then?
No, actually. Mm-mm.
I'm surprised that you guys didn't see each other out on the scene or something like that.
There's a lot of people that possibly I had seen or probably seen me, but I had lost like 100 pounds and I disappeared for like a couple of months. Like, so it's possible that I probably did see a lot of people and just didn't realize it.
You have these pictures of you weighing 100 pounds off.
Right.
That would be very interesting to see.
Like this is very freaking legit. I haven't done the Instagram yet as far as the Instagram live. I'm waiting to see what story I want to do.
Right.
Like this is legit though. Like I'm sharing this all across Facebook.
Right. We posted on Tumblr. I know my Tumblr people. They like books. How many books do you think you're gonna get in your career?
Well, as of today, I have sold 203 copies.
I mean books, like other books after this.
Oh, so all in all, let's see. This year, I think I've read. I want to say at least 10. At least this year, I just finished a book by Alif Shafak called The Architect's Apprentice. And let me get that right here. Let's see. On Facebook. Get that live back going on. Your live cast. Okay, let me get that tuned back in. Let's see. Come in.
You read 10 books this year?
Yeah, I've read at least 10 books. I know for sure, definitely at least 10 books. But yeah, the most recent book I just finished was Architect's Princess by Elif Shafak. She is a Turkish author, and that book was actually pretty amazing. Basically, let's see. Okay, so a little summary of it is an epic tale set at the height of the Ottoman Empire and teeming with secrets, intrigue, and romance. Jahan, a 12-year-old Indian boy, arrives in Istanbul bearing a magnificent gift for the Sultan, a white elephant named Chota. Jahan becomes Chota's trainer, and his life changes the day he encounters the Sultan's beguiling daughter, Princess Mermera. A palace education leads him to Mermer Sinan, the empire's chief architect, who takes Jahan under his arm as they construct, with Chota's help, some of the most splendid buildings in history. Yet, even as they build Sinan's triumphant masterpieces, the Solomone and the Solomiyah mosques, dangerous undercurrents begin to emerge with rivals and enemies on all sides. Yeah, it's like pretty legit.
Yeah. What book is that? What is that? Who wrote it?
Elif Shafak. So Elif Shafak.
Okay. Is that like he's still alive or?
Yeah, yeah, she's still alive. She's I want to say she's probably like in her late 40s, if that. Yeah, that's the most recent. But you know, I was read a few James Baldwin books back in let's see. Um, let me go back live again. I read a couple of James Baldwin books during February, especially when I'm Not Your Negro came out. Like I was waiting for that documentary. I was waiting for that. Watch that in the movie theaters. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Books with.
I think like the best way to get the word out about things is because I know actually okay honestly I feel like a good answer would be do a bunch of everything obviously something be one thing but if you like you know that you're doing a concert or something and you want this one to be the one you want everyone to come out or what's give us the Kevin Prince strategy. This is some strategy.
All right. So the strategy on what?
For if you want to like make something happen at an event or a new product that's going on, how do you like map out like the way that you're gonna put stuff out there, PR, everything like that? Just
So usually, what I like to do, what's up, Marquise? Usually, what I like to do when I'm rolling out a new product is um, visualization. Shout out to Kimberly just tuning in. Again, we're doing live book signing. When you order your book online, you get the book signed right now, live and direct. We already got one. Um, so like the what I usually do when it comes to new products is visualization is key and uh, visualization and repetition. You know, so definitely having several different variations of possibly the cover or just different things to just get in people's heads that okay, this is coming out and bam, and then from there, it's just basically hitting the ground running, the best way I can, especially with the internet. Like I said, it's a content monster, so just always, 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 always putting out stuff. So that's usually what I do with the brand new product.
yeah. I like what you said about visualization. That's kind of one let people give them something that'll help them imagine what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Do you have someone that you go for to do visualizations? I know that co-creations, that's you, or I know it's like your production, the production end of a lot of stuff you do.
Yeah, pretty much like yeah, Dabtro creation is like my whole kind of the logo, the whole package because it's just like a troll that dabbles in a bunch of different things. So, I had thought of the concept of the Hindu goddess with all the multiple arms and everything like that. And I was all like, oh, you know what? I can do that but with, arms and different things that I'm into, and there was a duality about trolls. Most people know trolls to be evil or stingy or different things like that, but there's the duality of it where the trolls are also very wise. And shout out to the homie Carlos. Trolls are very wise, and very intelligent, usually old souls and things like that. So I wanted to, pick on that aspect of it, and basically it's like this troll who ate some magic mushrooms and came to our time, and it's helping me to create awesome shit.
Okay. So when did the troll come about? When did that come about?
So it was interesting because I was going to school for media communication through Full Sail. I had got I got certified through that, and during the class we had to, it was media communication, so we're doing everything that has to deal with social media, like literally everything that I'm doing or been doing. We had to open up SoundCloud, we had to use Gmail or Dropbox, and just basically everything that I've used throughout the years was what we had to use here. But the trick was because we were in school, we couldn't use something we've already done. So we had to do something new. And so I was just like, man, I don't want to have multiple social media accounts for everything that I like doing. I kind of want to be able to have something that can hold everything together. And so, I was thinking about re-releasing my music as a different alias, and I was like, you know what? I could probably get away with doing something so random, so off the wall that it just may work. And so, I was just a dab troll just like popped up, and I was just all like, huh. And you got everyone doing the dab and everything like that, but dab is also short for dabble. So, I was just all like, huh, and I started playing with the name. I was like, Dab Troll. And then it took a mind of its own. It was just all like, Dab Troll versus the Marvel Universe, Dab Troll at this, Dab Troll on Mount Rushmore. Like, it was just like, it just fit with everything. So I went and, I copyrighted the name and did everything for that. And then, it just fit, with my personality, with everything that I like doing. And, I was able to get with my homeboy DJ, who's an artist and a rapper. And he was able to draw out the idea that I had. And then, my homeboy, John with LNEZ Clothing, he was able to digitally illustrate it to where, now it's a vector. Now I can mess around with the sizes and the colors and, do all that stuff. So that was pretty much how it came to be.
Nice. Very cool. That probably helps.
Right.
So I need to like help you out with graphics and stuff like that.
Right. Like, yeah, like usually I'm coming up with ideas all the time. Like, but I love it. The hardest thing is to actually do those ideas. So it's like you'll come up with a billion ideas, and then it's just like, all right, so when am I actually gonna get started?
It's still you can actually like execute, which is cool. It's always
Yeah.
fun. I think that's why sometimes at the end of the week, for me, I'll think about some of the stuff I wanted to do or I've been thinking about for the last 2 weeks. And like, I don't care. In some way, shape, or form, I'm going to start this today. Whether it's like
Yeah.
making a graphic or I don't know, writing something down, just finding some way to put it out there. because even if you don't end up, 100% using it, you do end up having something that maybe you can look back on later on, and it just means you've made progress in one area. So it's like, why not, try to really put some of those those ideas to work.
Exactly, and that's what I used because every November they have a National Novel Writing Month, and so last November, after I had already written, Ideas of Illusion, during that month I wrote a whole actual novel. Now, a novel in their standards is considered 50,000 words, so Ideas of Illusion was about almost a little shy of 30,000 words. And so within a month, I wrote like a whole novel, just by doing a formula. Like I broke down how many words I would need to write a day for me to get that goal, and just went through and did those. Shout out to the homie SD, just tuned in. And yeah, like that whole book I wrote, it was about a little more than 1,600 words a day. And usually I was able to get that out within an hour, within that day. So, I went through, did that, and then by the end of the month, I had over, 50,000 words. So, I got to go back and, of course, edit it. But I think that the biggest thing that people who want to write an actual book, what they fear is like that first draft. And I had to learn to not be as attached to the first draft, because it's going to be shit. Like, you just have to accept that it's going to be shit. You just need to get the ideas down. You just need to get the full gist, and then you can go and mold it and do whatever later. But like, the main goal is to get that first portion out, and that's what helped me with that, was just not being like, oh my gosh, it has to be perfect, though I didn't use that correct grammar and stuff like that. So yeah, just take it easy.
Yeah, okay.
And those that are tuning in on Facebook, I'm doing a live book signing. So I put the link in the comments there. So when you place the order online, I will sign the book live and direct, and I'm live here with Kenyo live.
Yeah. You know what? I just shared it on Reddit. Are you on Reddit?
I am on Reddit. Reddit is a very interesting beast there. What I've learned is that it's kind of like with anything else. You can't just go pop it into the spot and just saw like, yo, I do this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Especially not on Reddit. They don't play that. Like, you have to pay your dues on Reddit. They don't want
Exactly. They want you to be like seasoned. Like, who are you asking us to do what?
They'll flag you as a spammer pretty fast already.
Yeah, dude, they'll flag you quicker than freaking touch football. Like, man, they are on it, man. It will be before I even refresh the page. Like, nope, doesn't meet our guidelines. Bloop, flag. Like, real.
I like it. I realize that you really have to only mess with the people who kind of think similar stuff as you on Reddit. You know what I mean? You can't. It's not really the place to go to like try to change people's minds or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you don't like, if you go to the wrong community on Reddit, you start talking crap, you're gonna get a whole bunch of negative karma. I'm still trying to build up my karma right now. Hopefully,
Man, I got negative karma. I need to get like an IOU on karma, just so that way it could look good.
What's your Reddit username?
Oh, it's excuse my graffiti.
Yeah,
That's my little username on Reddit.
You gotta wake up. You gotta support people on Reddit.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it was cool because I actually got like a response back from Talib Kweli on Reddit like a couple years ago.
Oh, nice.
Like, that was legit.
What did you say your username was again?
Excuse my graffiti.
know you can't like have friends or anything. But
I don't even think I have. Like, you're probably gonna be my first friend on Reddit because I think I went in there with just the wrong intentions.
you can't really have. I don't think you don't build a friends list on Reddit. You just I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think you just like you can send people messages and you do what they posted. Put a post. Okay, I think this is you. Oh, you got some. Oh, you can make friends. Okay, so let me see.
Oh, you can't make friends on Reddit? I mean, it's got to be like if it's a social media platform, there's got to be a way that you can have friends. Like it's not even social if you can't even. I think you can even make friends on LinkedIn, and that's a freaking resume. So like, hey, resume party.
Yeah. Okay, I found you. I see your links. You're you know diverse in some of the stuff you post.
Yeah, some would consider it spammy.
Yeah, you're trying to be respectful.
I do. I legit, I try to be very respectful, you know, and some people are just all like, yeah, the Reddit, they're on it. They don't play. But like my thing is that Reddit has so many different communities and the fact that it'll let you know who's like currently online. And that's what kind of gets me hyped because I'm like, yo, if I post this, then there's specifically this many people that are currently on right now and
Yeah.
shout out to the homie Christopher. We're doing an online illusion or online illusion. We're doing an ideas of illusion book signing online. We're having the physical book signing rescheduled to September 16th, Saturday, September 16th, between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. at Dead Tree Books. Anyone who would like to order a copy, the link is in the comment section. Or if this happens to be a different video, it is dabtroll.com/store/ideas of illusion. And even if you just go to dabtroll.com, the very first post on there from self doubt to self published, my mini vlog series, it has a link to the book on that. So you could just go to dabtroll.com, first post on there, you check that out. And I will be signing the book as they come in. So far we got one sign, homegirl Angelica. So that is going to be sent out. You know what I found very interesting, and I wonder if a lot of people sit there and really practice this, but like the art of your like famous signature, like I always wondered if there's like a method to like, or is it just like a spaz of like chicken scratch? Because I see some famous people or some people in general when they sign their stuff, they do like a little and it's like a little pizzazz and everything, but it just looks
Yeah.
like straight up chicken scratch. Like it's not cursive, it's not print, it's like a persa or a mixture between printed cursive and like fucking like shake and bake. Like
Yeah. What does yours look like? What you got going on?
man, mine looks exactly like that. Just a bunch of like it's got like I don't know if you can see it, but
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it's that. It doesn't like my name is Kevin Prince and it looks like the Avengers logo.
The same thing every time though.
Nope, that's another thing. Like it is every person who probably gets a signed book gets a very unique signature, like a snowflake, because that shit is never the same.
I'm gonna I'm posting my. I'm going back to this Reddit thing again. I'm posting my Reddit user page in the comments, and I'm gonna post yours too. It's up on the page. So if anyone out there, if you're watching, author Kevin Prince here, find him on Reddit and help him out. His karma's you'll be be able to see whose karma is better. His is much better than mine.
Exactly.
You have to give plus at least. Mine is negative.
Yes. Man, freaking man, this weather. Honestly, like as I started, because it was one of those things where it was a gradual type of thing because I posted something on Facebook and it was along the lines of like being a rainbow and letting your light shine in the storm. When I posted that, I had no idea about Harvey. Like it was just freaking like it just happened to be something that I just posted, and then next thing you know, I got a message like, it's gonna be raining tomorrow, and I started looking at the weather, and I'm just saw like that meme with the little person in the house that's on fire, and he's all like, "This is okay," and that was me as the news progressively got worse and worse. And then KSAT called it like an official like disaster thing or whatever, and I'm just all like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" People are like clearing out bread and water at the store, and I'm just all like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm just like, this happened out of the blue. I'm sitting up here like, yo, I got this book signing. Everybody was excited, and then I was just all like, damn. Like, shout out to Jasminda that just tuned in. We're doing a book signing online. Woo! Those that order a book, I will be signing it live and direct. And yeah, and like, it just progressively got worse. And I'm just all like, yo, they're all like, it went from a level 1 to a level 4. And I'm just all like, yo, what the fuck? Like, is this even? And I'm sitting up here just at home, just with my inner zone, but I'm just like slowly just like breaking and falling apart. I'm just all like, yo, what the hell is going on? But but I looked at it like, yo, if anything, I'm gonna like be inside trying to create like the album or like write some shit. Like I thought of a story idea yesterday. Freaking this guy who goes and he gets struck by lightning. This black guy, he gets struck by lightning during this Hurricane Harvey, or maybe even some other type of random hurricane. And when he gets, oh no. Prior to that, hurricane is coming. Him and his family evacuating. They're trying to get out of Dodge. People are going crazy. And in the midst of all the chaos, they're like on the bridge. They get into an accident, and the baby and the wife are like on the other side, and he ends up getting like pulled away by the wave of people, and then he's over by like the like basically the bridge where the water and everything is at, and to get a higher look to see if he can spot his wife and everything. And then he gets like struck in the head by lightning, but instead of his head exploding into like a million pieces, he kind of just like channels that in his body and he falls into the water. He ends up drifting off into like a couple of cities over, and he gets taken out, and he gets taken to the hospital. They check him, and he's like super intelligent, like he's figuring out like all this stuff inside of his head. And the military ends up getting a hold of him to try to figure out like a couple of things, like different cures and diseases, because he can see everything in different mathematical equations and energies and everything like that. And basically the wife ends up seeing him on news after he's getting like this reward, this medal for all that he's done, within this like year time span. Like he ends up advancing. He gives them, scientists and the military, enough information that advance like the human race like 400 years forward. And so when his wife, but he has no memory of who his life is prior to that, so he's just super intelligent, but he has no memory of who he is. So when his wife sees him on TV, she goes searching for him, and when she sees him, he starts remembering his memory, and as he's remembering his memory, he's losing that genius. And so the scientists and the military decided to keep like everything that he had under lock and key basically, and allow him to go back home, and they compensate him for, you know, the stuff that he did that was already out to the public, which was a small amount of what he actually provided. And the twist on that one, I'm thinking, is going to be he actually played them and he didn't lose his genius. Like he actually, yeah, he plays them, he goes back home, and he's actually really smart still, and he has his memory. And hold on, oh snap, shout out to SD. Just ordered, I'm going to sign this for you right now.
Order.
Yeah, homie Shannon. Where is my marker? Yeah, celebration. Woohoo! Got another book sold. Shout out to the homie Shannon.
Pretty cool. Books. It's pretty cool. You know, as an artist, just seeing this inspiration. You got to do it. You sell books like Ideas of Illusion. You want to make that book money,
right?
You want to share your art with the world, then you know, just, you got to do it. Make it, share it, be about it, care about it, talk about it, care about the people who care about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just got it signed. Shout out to the homie Shannon. All right, that's number 2, guys. We got 2 books signed, live and direct. But you know, honestly, like what is interesting is that I personally, I get very inspired by a lot of my friends. Like the people are just all like, yo man, how do you do this or this, all like, man, it's y'all, man, y'all are doing some amazing stuff, and I'm just trying to keep up. Like it's this spark. And you know, for so long we haven't been valued just off of just our ideas in general, you know. And it's just all like, you know, to actually feel that about yourself, like to actually feel like, hey, you know, I'm valued because I see the value in everybody else, you know. And a lot of times people see the value outside of themselves, you know. So it's just all like, I always see my friends doing everything. You got your TV, man, like you killing it, man. Like this is like, you know, super dope. Like what I had heard about you, and you know, because when I first originally met you, you were telling me about the stuff you were doing at Rebar, and I was at the December event at the place by Rebar, the ballroom thing. It was like that Age of Sagittarius event or whatever that DJ Free Music had did.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think my lady just tuned in. Shout out to my girlfriend Angelina.
Back then, DJ Free was she was also part of the show.
Yeah.
So that was cool. She helped me, I think, with the first 4 shows or something. Well, like 8 shows. Might have been more than that, actually.
Oh snap! Yeah, like, and it was interesting because you were telling me what you were doing with the collab, and I was just like, oh snap! I know a couple of dudes from there, like.
Right. You kind of realize, I think, the more you keep moving, and I'm chilling it like geekdom right now.
Oh shit! What up?
But yeah, it's kind of interesting. The more you do stuff, and you realize who's also doing stuff, how you realize it's an industry. You know, not everybody who's doing this stuff. So you kind of realize that there's certain hubs. You know, especially here in San Antonio, there's certain hubs. Collab, there's a hub there. Brick, you know, Bottom Bracket, Geekdom, Launch Essay. There's certain groups, you know, and you're basically going to find anyone who's doing anything is going to be somewhere in one of those groups.
Exactly. And honestly, when I see that, I'm just all like, man, there's so much energy here. It's just like everyone's kind of just dispersed, you know, in their own thing, which is cool. But it's like, yo, what happens when everybody comes together for like the most epic event, like known to freaking mad, you know, like. And what always trips me out is there's over 1.5 documented people in San Antonio alone. Like,
Yeah.
low, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
so, you know, many things to do. And, you know, I've seen what you're doing. I'm seeing what's going on in the comedy circuit. Like, I didn't even know there was a comedy circuit like that here, you know, like that's what was like new to me. I was just all like, oh snap, like, you know. And then, you know, shout out to Abby,
Happy.
getting me on the Blind Paper Tiger, you
Yeah.
know, a couple of weeks ago. Like that was
It's Blind Paper Tiger. It's just Blind Tiger.
oh, Blind Tiger. Okay,
Paper
you know,
Tiger is an
like I have a song called Paper Tiger, you know, so it's just our paper box. There we go. But I got the concept from the concept of a paper tiger, and it's just like, you know, yeah, like every time I think of tiger, I'm all like blind paper tiger. But okay, the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. That place was really awesome, and it was just like on the whim, you know, comedy, you know, and it was just like, oh, I was not expecting that. Like it was very fun. It was very fun.
yes, improv stuff. There's a lot of cool things going on in there at the Blind Tiger. That's definitely a place where there's a lot of talented people creating shows there, curating awesome stuff, and San Antonio is really at a place where they seem super ready to. Um, I mean, just keep on doing what they're doing because it's already really awesome. Like, there's so much so many cool events and so much talent being showcased regularly here in the city that it's just like it's gonna be fun. It's fun to see those places start getting an increase in traffic and interest from the people who live here. Like it's so much fun to see you know, some of the events getting built up, the different venues, getting more people coming out. You know, so and I think it's fun too to be able to create stuff here. The more we can do, the better. Just
Exactly.
people more used to coming out to stuff and involving themselves. And I'm sure everyone who owns your book now, they feel like they're a part of like an exclusive club, you know, because
Yeah, you know, it was it's very interesting because it's like you hear about hip hop artists who have books out, you know, but they're all pretty much like audio biographies, you know, or things like that. And when I was doing research, I was all like, "Yo, I'm the only hip hop artist with a fiction book." Like, you know, so I think that that in combination with the fact that I'm basically pushing these books the same way like I do music, and it's just such a unique like experience, I guess, to see because you're just all like, you know, for one, there's a guy out here with a book, like he just don't like go around and see that, you know, all the time, like.
it's true.
And those that are just tuning in on Facebook or on YouTube, we're doing the book signing question and answering with Kinyo live. We got 2 books that have already been purchased and signed live and direct. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Angelica for getting their books online. And if you want to order your copy and get it signed live, we have 23 copies left. dabshow.com, and the very first post on there, click on that. It'll have a link for the book, or you can go to dabshow.com, go to the store, and then boop, the paperback, or if there's ebook lovers out there, there's the ebook version that is available as well. So you have paperback. Me personally, I'm still physical book to the. I love the physical books, but if you like ebooks, I'm currently reading the ebook. What was the? Have you gotten into ebooks?
I'm going to attempt to put Most of my projects out on ebooks. I haven't put them out yet. I haven't gotten too deep into the ebook thing. I have one of my books converted already, and then I'm going to convert the other ones too. I think it's good. I don't really know too much about it, but I think lots of people do like to read stuff on their phones. I don't. I don't really read that much on my phone, but I know other people do. So you can get them out there for like 99 cents or $1 or something like that. Or that's the same thing. 99 cents.
Honestly, I can like I'm barely getting into the ebooks, but I've read a couple, and the current read that I'm reading is this book, Benetti, and it is by this African author, if I'm not mistaken, and she has a like African version of Harry Potter. Um, and I'm like, yo, this is fucking amazing. So, okay, so let me find the so it's only 99 pages as far as on the ebook. And so like the summary of it is her name is Benti, and she is the first of the Himba people ever to be offered a place at the Umza University, the finest institution of higher literacy, but to accept the offer will mean giving up her place in her family to travel between the stars among strangers who do not share her ways or respect her customs. Knowledge comes at a cost, one that Binti is willing to pay, but her journey will not be easy. The world she seeks to enter has long warred with the Medusa, an alien race that has become the stuff of nightmare. Umza University has wronged the Medusa, and Binti's stellar travel will bring her within their deadly reach. If Binti hopes to survive the legacy of a war not of her making, she would need both the gifts of her people and the wisdom enshrined within the university itself. But first, she has to make it there alive. And the author is Nedita Okorafor. And like I said, she made like the black version of Harry Potter. I think it's called Akata Witch.
Okay.
Is what it's called. Yeah, and it's this book. It's like a pretty, quick read. And honestly, that's what I'm liking about ebooks is the fact that with Amazon, with KDP publishing, you don't have to pay anything to put your ebooks on Amazon. You can literally, they even have a section for like less than 30-minute reads. So like short stories, 500 word stories, 1,000 word stories, 2,000 word stories. You can legit put those up on Amazon, like boop, 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 just all you want for free or 99 cents or anything like that. So it's just like, in the same token though, you know, a lot of, because of that, you have a bunch of people that put the books that they don't edit, or stories that they don't edit, so if people they look for that shit. They're just all like this mother, like this whole thing is they would go in on those reviews. Like they spend more than $50 on Amazon that they can review, so they just put it to work. Like
yeah.
But yeah, that's the book that I'm reading now. There's this other book that I read prior to that. It was a short story. It's about 30 pages, and it was called Dead de Jinn in Cairo. And it was by this one black author, and it's basically, it takes place like in 1916 in an alternate reality in Egypt where you have like magic and these djinn. And for those that don't know what a djinn is, it's basically like a genie, basically an evil genie. There's some good djinns or whatever, but yeah, basically the story starts off with this big ass dead Djinn, and he's mutilated, and the main story is this or the main character is this woman detective, and she's from Egypt, and it's crazy, like it's super dope. And I'm finding all these badass like sci-fi ebooks. Octavia Butler.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a couple of books I have from her. Shout out to Ja Roots for tuning in. Again, we're doing the online book signing for my book, Ideas of Illusion, a psychological thriller that takes place in the year 2025 in San Antonio. Those who order will get the book signed live. We already got 2 sold. Shout out to Angelica and my homie Shannon for copping a copy. And those 2 are already signed. We're live with Kenyo. And yeah, we're building right now.
Yeah, this is super awesome. We want to shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for watching. And you might be watching this not live. You might be watching it later on, which is kudos to you, because if you're watching this more than an hour plus video with the 2 of us talking, you are a true trooper.
Right.
In the coolest way. Thank you so much for watching. You're probably noticing this is on the Project Forward channel, which is a company that we made that does go live with Kenya, that show that we promote when we do the live events and stuff like that. Go live with Kenya. Kevin Prince is here in the flesh doing his live book signing. Sold 2 books. Signed them, got them out there. That's super awesome. This is really cool. So anyway, thanks for watching. Whenever you're watching this, you're awesome. Write some cool comments. There's like some
my girlfriend made a suggestion on Facebook. Talk about some of the characters in the book.
Okay, that would be really cool.
So the main character is Daniel King. He is a software developer. He created the only online security program that the government does not have any type of access to. The NSA doesn't have any type of nothing. He's the only one that has complete access to it. It revolves around his best friend, Eddie. Eddie is an interesting character. Like, besides Daniel, I would say his best friend Eddie is probably my favorite character, just because, you know, this whole book is like a self journey of Daniel King. But you know, the small parts that his friend has, you learn a lot about him. He was a recovering alcoholic, you know, and he got into an accident when they were like 18, which caused his arm to dislocate at a crazy angle to where, like, when he waves, it looks almost like fake. So he would get, you know, a lot of roles for like zombie movies and things like that. And they would think that it was like legit, you know, like FX makeup and things like that, but it would be him, you know. So he used that money in combination with money with Daniel, and they both have their own little companies. And so Eddie has his own company, but it's up under Daniel's. Like, Daniel's is like the parent company, and Eddie's is like a kind of just its own little thing. But you know, he's his own manager. Daniel's his own, you know, manager. It also has his 2 parents, Daniel's parents, and his brother Nathan. Nathan is older than Daniel, and Daniel pretty much hates Nathan because when he finished high school, his parents threw Daniel a going away party to go to college, and his girlfriend at the time, he didn't know that his girlfriend and his big brother were actually sleeping together. And the day of his party, after drinking a little bit, he finds all this out. And the icing on the cake is that, you know, they're still together. Like his ex and his big brother, they got like a second kid on the way and shit. So, you know, he's you know, wanted to do this business as a kind of like revenge type of thing, but after a while he really saw the value in himself and that. And then there's the love interest, which is Lynn. He's been seeing for about 6 months when the story starts, and she's half Filipino and half African. And yeah, you know, there's what I did with this book was I didn't make it to where there was that many every character, everyone that's pretty much mentioned for the most part is key in some way, shape, or form. You know, even very minor. I didn't spend a lot of time really on too much character development outside of the very core people, which is, you know, Daniel, Lynn, and the relationship with his family, basically. Because, you know, as someone who's, you know, left the family at a young age and, you know, uh, and just have been on their own for over 10 years, sometimes we're not as frequent to speak or to see our family, you know. So basically, outside of people that we network or work with, you know, some people do not see their family all the time. And so his character was like that pretty much. Um, oh, my girl said, who would I cast if this was made into a movie? Man, man, I have to load up Pinterest because I actually made like this whole Pinterest cast in there. So what's unique about this book is that literally all the characters are pretty much of color. And so I wanted to emphasize that because a lot of times we read these books and, you know, it doesn't have people who look like us that are having these type of adventures, you know. And so I was just all like, not to take anything away from those books, you know, you got a lot of very classic books, but you know, I didn't see a lot of these type of stories with, you know, people our color in it. So I wanted to make something like this. So I did make a pin right now. Let's
Really,
see.
really cool. It'd be cool to have it so that you do like a reading. You know, maybe you get like a few pages of the book, and you can obviously narrate, cast a few people from, you know, local talent that you know of, and to like record and do like a sit around reading. And
Yeah.
put that out there live so people can like kind of see it, act it out a little bit. And I'm sure you would be able to find enough uh, local people who'd be interested in doing something like that. You know, get some of that.
Oh yeah, that would be the freaking shit. I thought about that with the audiobook because I'm gonna be releasing the audiobook for it, and I was all like, how, you know, interesting would it be to have people who each of the characters are actually different voiceovers of actual people. So okay, so as far as characters, so my ideal parents for the main character was Obama and Michelle Obama, just because, like, on a love and parent, you know, aspect, those, if I can pick them for the movie, yeah, they would be the parents. The main character, I personally thought that the main character would either be Idris Alba, or if I was going to do somebody a little bit more younger, honestly, Chadwick Boseman, I would make, you know, the main character, Daniel King. And for those who don't know who that is, that's Black Panther's son. Um, and let's see. And for his best friend Eddie, I thought that it would be cool to have Michael B. Jordan as his best friend Eddie. For the love interest Lynn, I thought that Sharon Leal would be pretty awesome to play Lynn. And then the other mysterious girl, I had Deepika Padukone, which is a Hindu model and actress. Also Mia Maestro. Um, yeah. So those are pretty much, yeah. Yeah, those are pretty much what I have for the parents and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely like a cool little like revolving kind of like a play, but it's just like everyone's reading different parts of the books and we just like travel around for each chapter. Just
That would be really cool. You could probably. I'm saying that you should do this ASAP, man. I don't know when. You know what? It could be an event actually.
yeah.
To promote the book. Read. I don't know. Maybe a bookstore or something like that. Just do a roundtable reading of the book.
That'd be dope.
That'd be really cool. Maybe we could do that at the book signing. To be honest.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Just get, I mean, now that we got some time to, plan, it's still gonna be if you're down to be there, I have my girlfriend, she's gonna be doing the acoustic set there, singing. And was that your first time at Carmen's? That was
No. That wasn't my first time. I've done it a few times.
okay, yeah. I love that place.
That's literally, I think that's probably my favorite place to do poetry in the world. So,
Like honestly, I want to sit up there, and because the band is so on point, like I don't know, like I would like do maybe like one or two songs and try to get like a dope like live recording aspect and just have like drop this live at Carmen's like album where I just do like 10 songs that I do with the band like improv mode and then drop a Mr. Composition live at Carmen's like because that band is so on point, and oh man, yeah, they're legit.
yeah, that would be really cool. That'd be cool. I'd watch that. What about the video? Did you get that? Are you gonna put that up pretty soon? The video.
Yes, I'm actually gonna be doing that because usually I use Sundays as like my reflect days, and so I usually start getting every footage that I got throughout the week, and then I start, putting it where I'm gonna put it. So I'm gonna put that one on Facebook, and then do a little clip on Instagram and things like that, and then start seeing what I want to put for the next episode of From Self Doubt to Self Publish.
Yes, that's your vlog, right? From Self Doubt to Self Publish.
Yeah, that's my little my vlog where it does everything that I did the week prior and then try to formulate a type of message for that particular episode. So with the way that the first two episodes went, the first episode was called The Freak Out, and then the second episode was called The Big Picture. And it seems like it's going in order of what I experienced taking that leap of faith of quitting my job to pursue this full time.
Yeah. Okay. That's really cool. We're creating a genre over here. That's almost exactly what my blog, which I don't have a cool name for my blog. It's just called his blog. But that's almost exactly what my blog is kind of set up for me to do. And I get to look back too, because I get to look back on everything that's happened for the last few weeks or months. I mean, and kind of just see my own story and see the stuff that I've gone through. It's actually really cool like that. I feel like it's a record because we get to look back in however many years and have this like record of step by step how you did it, the events you went to, the people you met up with, whoever you talked to. Like you have this whole thing because you edited it out. Like you have a documentary of your life.
That's honestly the beauty of this day and age is I think that more and more people are taking that plunge just because there's more and more examples of people doing it. Like, honestly, like the entrepreneurship is almost like a religion. Like before you would have Christianity and you would have like one or two people that was like the, you know, the mascot for that religion and things like that. But with entrepreneurship, it's like there's so many that you start to realize that, wait a minute, we all have this ability to do this. Like we all, you know, have the legit ability to sit up there and chase our dreams, you know. And the thing is that everyone's on their unique journey. So what I'm learning to be better with is just, you know, not really, you know, looking down or feeling any type of way that someone is light years ahead of me or, you know, light years behind me. You know, everyone's on their own journey, and you never know when that person gets into their frequency and rhythm, how quick they, you know, will excel. So, you know, even though someone may start it, you know, a couple of notches below you, that doesn't mean that they can't catch up before you know it. Like, you know, by the time you blink, you're just all like, oh, snap, that was the person that I was, you know, down in for, you know, being slow or for, you know, not being where I am or anything like that. And it's just all like, in this day and age, people overnight, instantly, like you never know what random post or video that you post and it randomly goes viral. You know, that's why like I got all my shit on, you know, freaking AdSense and shit on YouTube, because you know they gonna make money off of some shit that I said. I'm definitely getting mine shit.
You're ready for the day. No, that's true though.
And shout out to everybody still viewing on Facebook. Again, we're doing online book signing. So far, we got 2 books signed. Shout out to Shannon and Angelica. And yeah, we got 23 more books. The physical book signing is going to be September 16th, Saturday, between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. at Dead Tree Books. So definitely the event page, if you're already a part of it, it's the same event page. We just changed the date, and I changed the date on the flyer and everything like that. And right now we are live with Project Forward with Kenyo Live. And shout out to Catherine, just tuning in. Again, like I said, we're doing the book signing. When you order the book online, I will be signing it online. We got 2 people that already purchased and had their sign. Hey, Catherine, thank you for tuning in. We here with King Yo. And shout out to Catherine. I've seen her a good couple of times at Hondro's open mic, and you know, super dope, super dope. Like going to these open mics. Oh, we're at okay, so there's in the comment section, there should be a link. I'm gonna post it in there and you'll be able to get it there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure I got the right one. I think this is it. Loaded. Yes, here we go. So I'm gonna post it in here, Catherine. Bam. So boom. Okay. So I just posted it in the comments, so you should see it in there. Bam. It should be right up under you there. So yeah, those that purchase the book online, I will be signing it online. So far we got 2 that are already purchased. And yeah, we're just having fun. Like, honestly, this is like super dope. This was right like on the whim, and I'm glad that y'all are tuning in. Hopefully y'all are nice and dry.
It really did come together. This is really cool. Something I'm probably gonna do a lot more. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is like super dope. You know, you don't really see, you know, too much of this.
This is just like as a way of connecting with people.
honestly, it's just like making the best of, you know, the situation. It's just like, why not, you know, just we got that's what's beautiful about this technology. Like that's what trips me out. It is the best type of weather to write. That is for sure. Like I have like so many freaking ideas going through my head on different poems and song and story ideas. Like
I'm gonna jump back on the Instagram live. I guess we have like one to go till 6:30.
yeah, we got what, 6 more minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Jump
got
on Instagram live for the last of that. You should do some plugs though. So where can they find you on Instagram?
so on Instagram you can find me at Graffiti the Mind Sun, and that's SON. And dabtroll.com, you can actually, I have like a Instagram and, well, no, I have a Twitter little feed on the side of my website. So you can follow me on Twitter as well at Stories by Prince, or at Graffiti the Mind. And Facebook.com/Ideas of Illusion. Facebook.com/Dabtroll Creations. And again, dabtroll.com is just going to have like all of that. So legit, the hub, dabtroll.com.
Dabtroll.com. Very cool. September 16th. For those of you guys watching in San Antonio, September 16th, find the event on Facebook. Dabtroll Creations on Facebook. You can probably find the event like that, or just make sure you show up. That's more important. At Dead Tree Books, September 16th, for the book signing. Kevin Smith. Kevin Prince. Sorry. I'm sure it's going to be one of the coolest events going down. Go Live with Kenya will be there. You can find us on all social media too. Well, not all social media. Go Live with Kenya. You can find me at Kenya HQ on all social media.
Yeah. Heck yes. Heck yes. And we got 5 more minutes to y'all viewers that are tuned in.
Yeah. If you want to watch more really cool content, head over to project forward.tv. Click the little subscribe button. Watch what we create. It's a little online, little exclusive, private, like Netflix for cool people.
Exactly.
Content and stuff too.
So make sure you get that Facebook, project4.tv. And yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Again, thank you to those who bought online and you got your book signed, and as soon as weather permits, so you probably on Monday, I'll get these sent out to you. And yeah, anybody who didn't get through during the session, again, September 16th, we're going to have the book signing at Dead Tree Books. It was rescheduled today, but we went ahead and did the online version. And just because this, you know, ends doesn't mean that you still can't order a copy. And shout out to Shannon. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, everybody that tuned in and participated and dropped comments and likes, like, y'all are all awesome. We appreciate all the views, and yeah,
you guys are super awesome. Especially if you watched an hour and a half, like if you watched this whole thing, you're amazing. You leave comments whenever you watch this. Whenever you leave a comment, I'm gonna like totally reply to your comment and do some crazy thank yous and shout outs.
Exactly.
That's super cool. This is very fun. I like this.
Yeah, this was super dope. Freaking. This is so I think I saw with the other video, it actually posts as a legit video on YouTube, right?
Yes, so afterwards it'll just be a regular video so people can still watch it. So yeah. I'm loving this.
I'll put this on my website too.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna have it out there. Very cool. Keep it up.
Heck yeah, man. Well, shoot.
We're going to take some clips out of this, actually, honestly. Because you said some really good stuff there for up-and-coming self-published authors, entrepreneurs, artists. There's some good messages in there for the things you said when it comes to just, like, doing it. And I love that you're doing it full-time now. I'm still getting used to telling people that I'm a full-time entertainer.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird thing to tell people.
I mean, and you know what? Honestly, in this day and age, why should it be weird? You got full-time actors, they're full-time entertainers, full-time musicians, they're full-time entertainers. Why not have, I'm a full-time entertainer. Boom, that's what I do, son.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's crazy too when you think about like what it immediately becomes is like, oh, immediately it's not about you anymore, right? Because now it's about all these people that are somehow making it possible for you to be full-time entertainer. And that starts getting really serious. Like, oh, I know all these people by name. These are the people who are like literally supporting the dream and making things happen. So every little bit of it counts. Full-time entertainer / entrepreneur. Doesn't come by chance. Did we lose Mr. Kevin Prince? I think we lost him. Ironically, it's 6:30 anyway, so the video would have been due to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. Thank you guys for watching Go Live with Kenyo. Check out SA Cyphers. Head over to project4.tv to see more of this kind of stuff that we're going to be doing, and then to see other videos and stuff that Go Live with Kenyo does. This was, again, the Ideas of Illusion book signing with Go Live with Kenyo. So it was a pleasure for me, Kenyo, to do this with Mr. Kevin Prince. We put it together. We made it happen. Hopefully more and more of this comes. Thank you guys for watching. If you're around me in Texas, stay safe from the hurricane. Wherever you are, God bless you. See ya.